Good morning, everyone. I am Senator Roxanne Persaud saying hello from Albany. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all. See, I have on my green. I just wanted to pop in as I've been doing and just saying hello and giving you some updates as to the things that we've done over the past weekend and what we're doing this week and some of the updates of upcoming things so that you know what to expect. And, we want to make sure that you're informed and that you're showing up to the events that we're having. So here in Albany, we're here. This is a 4 day week session, and we're talking all things budget. I have a bill that's on a committee agenda right now that's going to talk about prohibiting hospitals and healthcare providers from storing credit card information without written approval from the credit card holder. That's something that a bill that we've had. There are people who are opposed to it, but we're going to continue to have that conversation. We want to ensure that your credit card is used when you say it can be used. So we're going to continue having that conversation. Oh, by the way, is it snowing where you are? It was snowing earlier. It's actually stopped right now. And overnight it was raining and heavy winds, etc. There's some people who still are without power, but thank God where we are okay, and the snow has stopped. So continuing again to all who are celebrating St. Patrick's Day, I hope you have a very good and enjoyable St. Patrick's Day. If you're participating in the city's parade, it's the largest parade for St. Patrick's Day anywhere. Have fun, be safe out there. And today I'm scheduled to preside today in the Senate when we go into session at 3 o'clock. So we will see how that goes today. It's also today when we do resolutions. So we are going to see how many resolutions are going to be on our calendar and, on the things of that nature. We are having budget conference committees. If any of you watch, yesterday we had it's called the mothership, the launching of the mothership, the actual kickoff of the final negotiations for the budget. I am co-chair of one of the committees in Human Services, and our meeting will be on Wednesday. And so that's Wednesday at 5 o'clock. We will have that meeting. It usually goes by quickly, where we talk about where we are in the budget process and what we're still looking to do. And it's co-chaired by myself and Assemblymember Hevesy. We are the co-chairs of the Human Services Committee meeting this afternoon. That's going to discuss the budget. So we've been meeting with advocates here. Yesterday I had advocates in a very good and exciting day, meeting members of UFT, advocating for Tier 6. And I remind them that I am part of that Tier 6 group. When I came into the legislature, I am part of Tier 6. So the retirement plan that they're fighting to change is also something that I'm well aware of, because I'm part of that. I also had yesterday, which Monday, we hosted the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce. They had many vendors and business owners here yesterday on their advocacy day. And then we hosted what is we considered Brooklyn Night, where vendors come up here and host an event, and that was in the convention center, where we had vendors, food vendors, chocolatier, ice cream vendors, you name it, you had everything. And it was all made in Brooklyn. And so we had a great time. Everyone comes out and celebrates with us. And everybody, as the theme this year is this is how we do Brooklyn. And so, we thank the Chamber for coming out and showcasing businesses in Brooklyn. There were some businesses that were from across my district. And so I want to say thank you to them for bringing the great food and all of the desserts, etc., and all the giveaways that people come and collect at that event. It's always a great event each year. We are going to be meeting on Wednesday with group of students who are coming from Brooklyn, who are talking about advocating about after school programs. So I'm looking forward to having a brief meeting with them as they do their advocacy here in Albany. Also on Wednesday, I am working with the American Cancer Society for their press conference, where we are going to be advocating for the rejection from the executive budget's proposal to roll back a biomarker testing for Medicaid patients. It's legislation that myself and Assemblymember Hunter worked on for a number of years, and we finally got it approved and signed by the governor. And they're looking to roll back some of the provisions of that legislation that we are against, and we are going to fight in that. It's a step in the wrong direction, and so we are working to ensure that does not happen. So that's what we are doing here in Albany. We are looking forward to, I think today I'm going to go downstairs and speak with members of, let's see who I'm going to go chat with later. They're here, UUP Day, Advocacy Day. I'm going to go downstairs and speak with some of the professionals there. There are a number of things that are happening. So we are going to talk about with them on those things. We have other organizations that are coming up. Every day organizations come up to advocate for the needs of the groups that they are representing. And so, my staff and I here in Albany, it's always very, very busy. Meeting with the different advocacy groups. When I'm not always the one meeting with them, but the staff is meeting with them, a lot of them, back to back. And so we're looking forward to some of those that are happening today and throughout the rest of this week, as we also continue to work on a final budget that is due on April 1st. So that's in Albany. We'll go now what's happening in the district. Over the past weekend, on Sunday, we hosted, in partnership with the Brooklyn Prom event organization, we hosted their 14th annual event, prom giveaway, and I could not be there actually at Barclays Stadium. Thank you to the Barclay organization for allowing us to host it there. Thank you to Dawn Simon and her team for everything that they've done, and everyone who contributes in every way, whether they're donating the clothing, the shoes, accessories, and also to all of the volunteers who give up their time to be there to ensure that students, not just from Brooklyn, students were coming from across the city to receive their dream dress, their dream tuxedo, their shoes, their everything to do with their prom. And so I had 4 staff members who participated there, who volunteered there. And then we had some other volunteers who came on, partnered with us from across the district. So thank you to everyone who did that. And, I was going to hosting something not too far from the Barclay. And as I was driving by, the line of students who were standing there patiently waiting to get in so that they can get their dream clothing. So thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you to the Brooklyn Prom organization for what they've been doing. We've been doing this for a number of years with them now, but this is their 14th year that they've done it. Thank you to Councilmember Crystal Hudson, who facilitated getting the space and all of that in her district. So I want to say thank you for that. And then we hosted on Saturday with Digital Girls and Pens of Power and School District 23 for a Women's History Month event, and it was on Pi Day. And so we had the kids who participated in that technology-based event. We want to say thank you to all of them. If you look on our page, you'll see all of the students who participated and the students who won, but they're all winners because they all participated. So thank you to Digital Girls, who we partner with often in doing things, and for making sure that young girls understand the importance of their participation in technology. I want to also talk about, there are 2 new webinars that we posted. One that I did with the National Organization for Rare Diseases. We hosted that, and so that video is up. You can see that, the things we talked about. And then the other one with the Human Service Council of New York. This is another organization that we partner with to do things. We hosted their Advocacy Day, and where we talked about the need for funding, etc., and the need for the TII, so that we are giving people, the workforce, what they deserve. We're actually recognizing that workforce and giving them the what they deserve. So I want to again say thank you to NORD, the National Organization for Rare Diseases, and also the Human Service Council. We did webinars with them, conversations with them that are posted on our page. And by the way, you can follow us on right here on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on our YouTube channel, or just follow on the Senate webpage, persaud.nysenate.gov, where you can see the things that we are advertising. On the 18th, which is Thursday, we want anyone to come out to our mobile office. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Brooklyn Public Library, the Spring Creek branch, which is on 143 Flatlands Avenue. And so when you cross over, just over Pennsylvania Avenue, it's right there behind the gas station as you get in that area. And so we'll be there. The team will be there from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock at the Brooklyn Public Library. They have been great partners. We've used many of their sites for our mobile offices. And what is a mobile office? A mobile office is us coming to a space near you. If you can get to our district office at 1222 East 96th Street, we go around making sure across the entire district we host these offices and bring resources with us. And so we're going to have organizations such as National Grid that's going to be there on Thursday the 18th. Again, it's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Brooklyn Public Library, Spring Creek branch, 12143 Flatlands Avenue. So come there with your question. We will have a number of partners there to answer your questions and to assist you where possible. And my staff will be there to assist you also. So then we have our free electronics recycling event on Friday the 20th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that's at 1222 East 96th Street. It's now been a number of years now that we've become that permanent site for collecting e-waste. And so we want you to continue to bring that to our office and we collect that. If you have an issue bringing it up during that time, please call the office at 718-649-7653 and discuss with the staff, and they will work something out with you. But we want to make sure you're not dumping your televisions and your computers and all those electronic waste on the street corners, because you are not allowed to do so. And we're providing the space where you can bring it and drop it off. And every time, we do it once a month on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the amount of people, despite the weather conditions at times, they bring it to drop it off at our office. And then we work in partnership with the sanitation department and then the organization that collects it and cleans it up, strips it. And so, no, it's not dumped in landfill. And so please bring your electronic waste. We do not want to see the waste being thrown on the streets. So that's that. Our free tax prep sessions are ongoing. Just go online, go on our webpage, or go right here on our Facebook page and click on the link, and you will see what available time slots there are. The times, they go by quickly. We're working with Grow NYC, Grow Brooklyn, and we're also working with organization that's sponsored by the IRS, and so your taxes are professionally prepared and they're free of charge to you. There is no cost to you. So please utilize this free service. We want to make sure that we're bringing these resources to you so that you have access to them. It's by appointment only. Please make sure you schedule your appointment. I know our appointments are going quickly. And so, if there's a possibility of us adding additional dates, we will see that and we'll post it if we can. So again, that's the free tax services that we are doing. So we're always looking to recognize individuals across the district, people who are doing outstanding work for the community, not in the capacity of your professional capacity, but what are you doing to give back to the community? And so, every year we're accepting nominations for a volunteer recognition day, and any person who's recommended, not everyone who's recommended is going to be receiving an award. And so then we'll honor 19 outstanding volunteers for their service. And the deadline to submit the nomination is April 10th. And the person who's being nominated must reside within the Senate District 19. So please do that. We're also looking for you to nominate a business in the district that has been doing outstanding things and helping constituents across the district without regard for, they're not looking for accolades, but we want to make sure we recognize them. We've been doing that, and so we want to make sure we recognize them. So if you know of a business that we should review for recognition that's within the 19th Senate District, please contact us and send us all of their information. Hello, Ms. Dawson. Great seeing you online. It's always a pleasure speaking with you. Then on March 25th, I do these things, and we've been doing these for years now. The conversations with Senator Persaud, that's the tag for that. But we're going to be hosting OPWDD services. They're commissioner there, and also we're Commissioner Willow Bear, and we're hosting the president and CEO of Birch Family Services, and we are going to be talking about navigating and advocating through OPWDD. So we want to make sure we have a lot of people who signed up to be part of Zoom, and the link is online. We want to make sure that you can sign up and be part of it and ask your questions. We have a time limit, and the questions will be answered live. We will not answer your personal questions live. We will give general information, then we'll follow up with you, or answer your questions offline. But you can also just make sure you're sharing your questions with us, and we will make sure we answer that. It's going to be an interesting conversation. Again, OPWDD Commissioner Willow Bear and the President and CEO of Birch Family Services. And so another thing that's coming up, we tend to do a lot of things. We are a very active office, a very active district. There's always something. Every week there's something that we're doing. And, in the beginning of the year, I personally sit and go through and create a list of activities that I wanted to have done and select dates and all of that for the events across the district, and, see what the things that people are asking about, and see how can we facilitate hosting those things. And so we want to make sure that remember our Easter egg hunt is coming, and that's on Saturday, March 28th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And we're praying that the weather is good weather. If it's not, we have a rain date, a rescheduled date, but we're hoping and praying that we do not have to reschedule, that we are going to have it on the 28th. We place thousands of eggs across Canarsie Park. Some of you say Seaview Park, Canarsie Park. It's the entrance is on Remsen Avenue, 88th Street, where the field house is. You wouldn't be able to miss us because you'll see all of the signage that's going to be there. But we want to make sure that you're bringing the children out, ages 3 to 13, and they will have fun, because we have in addition to the Easter egg hunt, we have other activities for them. The actual hunt takes place about 2 o'clock, 2:15 is when the hunt, but all of the other activities will begin from 1 o'clock. And then, we have all the giveaways that we give the kids. And so we'll have a couple of organizations who are going to be there partnering with us. But there are thousands of eggs that we spread across. And we have hundreds and hundreds of kids who show up every year and have a great time. And I want to see who's going to have the best costume this year, because there was a kid that's been featured a number of times, because the mom always ensures that the costume is such a fantastic costume. And so it's always that's the costume that ends up on our newsletter, on our, as the feature picture on our information that we put out. And so parents, come with your kids, have the nice costumes. Every kid takes a picture with the Easter bunnies that we will have there, but there's always one costume that will stand out. And so we want to make sure we remember that. If you go to our Senate page and our Facebook page, you'll find a link to register the children to come, so that we have a sense of how many kids we're catering for. And so they'll come get some refreshment, do some fun activities, and then the most important part of the day will be the hunt. And then, as always, we have these hidden golden eggs, which have special prized notes inside of it. and then based on the egg that you find with our information in it, and it's a golden egg with our information, and then you'll select the prize that corresponds to that, whatever is in that egg. So please, again, register your kids and bring them to our Easter egg hunt on March 28th at Canarsie Park, and it's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Then we are having the rescheduling of oath in our district office. It's going to be on March 31st, and its oath is from New York City Office of Administrative Trials and Hearings, and they come if you have an issue in New York City, if you have a ticket, a hearing, you want them to review it and work with you instead of having to go into the city. You come to our office, and the oath administrator will be there to go through your issues with you and to get rid of whatever the issue is. So please do that. It's on March 31st. This they give you the professional guidance, as individuals, and making sure that you're prepared to answer whatever the summons is, etc. And there's no appointment needed. It's first come, first served, and they will be at my office on March 31st. So we're also still accepting nominations for the New York State Educator Recognition Program. And this program honors outstanding educators who demonstrate exceptional dedication to student success, innovative teaching, and leadership within their school communities. So if you're a teacher, a counselor, an administrator, a school staff member who deserves this recognition, we need nomination, one from each school, and we have a number of schools across our district. So please submit the nomination. The deadline for this, it's March 31st, and the link is online. We've sent it in our e-newsletter. It's on, whether it's on our Facebook page, our Senate webpage, etc. All of that information is there. And so we want you to make sure, we're always looking to recognize the people across our Senate district who are doing exceptional things to better the lives of the people in the district. And so we want to always recognize them. And so I want to make sure you know all of the things we're doing, and that our office is open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's our district office. And on Fridays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The number for the district office is 718-649-7653. Just go on our Senate webpage if you need to send a message, etc. And that is persaud.nysenate.gov. And that is where you will be able to send us the message, etc. So I want to now acknowledge two fabulous individuals across our district who celebrated birthdays. So on Saturday, my staff, Sandy Miller, was able to go and do a proclamation. She did both of these on Saturday for Miss Una Wiggins, who celebrated 100 years of life. And so there was a celebration for her. So Miss Una, again, happy birthday, a happy 100th birthday. And then on Sunday, Miss Doris Fordyce celebrated our 107th birthday. We have been celebrating with Miss Doris for a number of years now. And, Miss Doris, happy birthday. We are wishing you many, many more. To both Miss Doris Fordyce and Miss Una Wiggins, we're wishing them continued good health and happy birthdays. 100 and 107. So, both of you, thank you for your contributions just to not just your families, but to the community. And we look forward to continue to celebrate with you. So, that's it for today. I wanted to say, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We have to go to session that begins at 3 o'clock. So some of you may watch us on session at 3 o'clock, and so you'll see how the Senate operates. But again, enjoy your day. If there are any questions you do need answered by the office, please reach out. 718-649-7653. And look out for our upcoming events. Look out forward to our shredding dates. We're going to be posting the shredding dates soon. We were going to be having shredding in the Canarsie area, and then we're also going to be having shredding events in the Howard Beach area. And so we'll have those dates out there, and we look forward to seeing you coming out. We work to ensure that the services that are needed by you, that we're bringing them to you. And let me tell you, shredding is a hot one. People, people may say, "Why are you shredding? Why are you bringing shredding to the district?" It's an important one, and so many people may not realize when we host the shredding events on a weekend, etc. We pay for that. That's from our pocket. It's not paid for by any government funds. It's not government partners, etc. We are the ones paying for that. So we want to make sure that you come out and utilize the services. That truck, we want it to be filled. So start getting your stuff together so that when we put the dates out, there's going to be one date that we're going to be doing during the week that's going to be done with the sanitation department. So we want to make sure you bring your shredding to be done. We want those bins, those trucks, the truck to be filled, and we want to make sure. Start your spring cleaning now. Put his stuff together and be like, oh, when is Senator Persaud hosting shredding? And then you bring it, and it moves quickly. And then we also had, when we host shredding, we also bring other resources there. So it's, as you know, we don't just say one thing. We try to make sure we maximize the use of the time that we have you as a captive audience. So we bring other resources to share with you. So from Albany, I'm saying goodbye. Have a great day. Enjoy whatever you're doing for St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy, and we look forward to seeing you again. We look forward to seeing you coming out to all of our activities. And please, if you have not been receiving our e-newsletter, make sure you sign up so we have your email address so that you receive our e-newsletter every Thursday. And just, if you do receive it, you have friends, share the information with them. Remember, deadlines are approaching for the New York State Educator Recognition Award. That's on the 31st. Please, please, please sign up. And to nominate a volunteer from the district, that deadline is April 10th. So I'm Senator Persaud, representing the 19th Senate District, saying bye-bye from Albany. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you around the district. Take care.